the genesis of Flame Turns Blue was the night in 1994 when we were on our epic American tour of 9.5 weeks or whatever it was with Sean Colvin, when our bus driver went crazy. I thought there were some worrying signs because he never took his contact lenses out. He just squirted saline in his eyes. I used to play 2001: A Space Odyssey with the TVs turned off and the sound on. So when I got back on the bus after a show, it would say, "Dave, Dave, don't do this to me, Dave. Daisy, Daisy." Anyway, in a bizarre reenactment of the film, he pretended we had a flat tyre. So pulled into a service station. We didn't get off the bus. And this went on for ages. So we're waiting for someone to come. And then he went round the back and he said, "There's a problem with the electrics. There's a problem with the electrics. I think it's going to blow." And then it sort of disappeared off the bus again. And the next thing, poof, everything went out. And we were literally in the middle of nowhere. So eventually, one by one, we got off the bus. And when the last person stood on the tarmac, he sort of rushed back on, fired it up and just disappeared down the highway with all our equipment and everything on it. Anyway, leaving us high and dry, so that we had to call the cops, and then the cops had to find him, and they chased him all the way halfway back to Seattle, got him, and then we ended up in the courthouse in like in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, the people who don't care, and I wanted to kill him. I was like, anyway, but we had to book into a motel in the middle of the night, and it's like, "Where's the motel?" "Over there, Sonny," and you can sort of see some lights in the distance. We had to sort of walk across, but on this bizarre sort of thing, you know your career's going nowhere. The bus driver who squirts saline in his eyes has disappeared with all your equipment, and now you're in some stupid sort of civil sort of action against him to get your bus. Anyway, it was just ridiculous. But as we were walking back, we crossed this big railway bridge, and this huge, I mean, the freight trains is one of the greatest things about America. This freight train came out of the night while we were just standing. We all stood and watched it, and that's the kind of focal image of the whole song, of the freight train. And it was, I think it was about that time, maybe that night, I started to sort of write it.